617.
Now on YouTube.com.
Mix it up Variety Wednesday.
Today and yesterday's hottest music.
The IP617 crew.
In the studio with
DeMarco, DT Playwriter, I'm Pretty Ricky, and Rafael, Alexandro, Castro.
on the internet airwaves.
Now on iPower On Demand.
24/7.
Also on YouTube.com.
The 617 Show.
Never heard you.
617 Evening Show.
Heard right here in Beantown. Across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the United States, and the world.
Log on now.
617online.com. Boston Nation's for evening show. If you're in the Boston area, call local.
That's 617-506-0257.
We're not just the fabric of the black community. We Latinos representing.
But we're the fabric of the people.
La gente.
Representando.
IP617.
iPower 617, hello, good evening, and who's this?
Yeah, what's up? This is Dave.
Hey, what up,
Go
Dave?
ahead, what's on your
I just
mind?
want to say to you brothers in there, have you noticed that we got a first black mayor of Newton?
Yes,
Yes,
I
we are
noticed
aware of that. We are aware of that.
What's his name again, Ricky?
Yes, his name is Setti Warren, the first elected mayor of Newton. Congratulations to him. And
William Lantigua is the first Latino to be elected as Lawrence City Mayor.
Yep.
So political history has been made in the city of Lawrence and in the city of Newton.
Right, absolutely. See, people of color, whether black or Latino, are getting the recognition which was long overdue, and also proving to Massachusetts voters that this is a new era in Massachusetts politics, and not the same old white politicians have been ruling with an iron fist as mayors for decades and so forth in the Commonwealth.
Exacto.
Yeah, but now that we have a first African-American mayor of Newton, do you really think blacks from the hood in Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan are going to start moving out there to Newton now that there's a first black mayor, or it won't change a damn
To tell you
thing?
the truth, highly unlikely, and very little things will change regarding our people moving out there in Newton to have a so-called quote-unquote better life. I mean, what's the difference?
Right?
Exactly.
Right? Because whatever negative mentality you got, you're taking that same backwards thinking of your self-hatred of your kind into an all-white/Jewish neighborhood that they themselves would not tolerate, especially in a city like Newton.
Right, so nothing has changed, nothing will change.
right,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because first of all, nothing will change for you as a black man to think you have a better life living down in Newton now that there's a first black mayor.
Nor expect the new elected mayor to be like another President Obama, thinking that Setti Warren is going to give you a free ride by handing you something easy on a silver platter.
But in reality, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
Exactly.
See, we all was excited when President Obama 1 year ago on this night of November 4th, 2008, won the presidency of the United States. And I said to myself, all right, the brother done did it.
Right.
A black man can become the president of the United States. But as soon as Wednesday, January 21st comes around this past year, what used to be George Bush's problems will be intentionally dropped into the hands of President Obama, which unfortunately will be his problem here in America.
Right.
Exactly.
What used to be Bush's problem, what used to be Bush's Iraq and the Afghanistan war, is now President Obama's war.
That's right.
Now, the terrorist that has done major harm on 9/11, 2001, which Bush was focused on, now President Obama now has to focus on all that BS that Bush intentionally put into the hands of President Obama.
Right.
Exactly.
And black folks expect President Obama to be this life-saving God-like messiah
Exactly.
for African Americans.
Expecting a miracle.
But you know what? Obama never said during his campaign last year that he was just going to help out black folks alone.
Exactly.
Well, first of all,
Exactamente.
President Obama said that he's going to serve the people, not just black people, not just white people, not just Latino people, not just Jewish people, not just gay people, not just Muslim people,
Right.
not just Asian people, but all people of the United States.
That's right.
We as a people of African Americans, some of us are still stuck on January 20th of the inauguration.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly.
absolutely. And what our people need to realize that we as a people, meaning black people, and no disrespect to you as a Latino, Rafael, but black people need to depend on ourselves to save our own selves and our own lives instead of looking over our shoulders for Obama to save us.
Right.
You and I know, DeMarco and Ricky, that ain't going to happen, not now, not ever.
Right.
That's
And
right.
Rafael, my Latino brother, big shout outs to one of your peoples in the city of Lawrence making Latino American history as the first Latino-Dominican to become the mayor-elect of the Latino-populated city.
Right.
And even though the majority of Latinos, mostly Dominican supporters, supported William Lantigua by going to the polls and voted, and some of the Latinos voted for the first time in their life as newly United States great citizens from the Dominican Republic or any other land country.
Yeah, man, you're right.
And I will say this to you, brother, and to your Latino people, as I would say to my peoples of African Americans. But we're all in the same boat when it comes to crime, gangs, in our neighborhoods, unemployment, owning our own businesses.
Right.
Even though the Latino businesses are blooming here in the communities of Boston and our own African Americans, unfortunately, need to put our egoism backwards thinking aside to create more businesses for our own people in our own communities by learning those similar examples of what the Latinos has done for their people in their own community, especially up in Lawrence.
Dave, my friend, first of all, I want to thank you for what you have said. Second of all, I got to say that you are one of several African Americans that caught up on this show in the past and has realized that what my people of Latinos are doing, we are creating businesses, whether it's family businesses, mom and pop stores, or even corporate businesses that are Latino owned.
You know what?
Whoa, hold up a minute. Let me finish, amigo.
Go ahead.
Un momento.
All right.
When it comes to
I'm
these
listening.
liquor or convenience stores alone, within the 100% margin, Latinos here in Boston are at 40% or more. Whites are at 35%. Asians are at 20% in the African American communities, not including Chinatown near downtown Boston. And African Americans in Boston alone, solamente, are at 5% or more. I mean, whatever my peoples are doing to our customers or consumers, to our Latino-owned businesses, we must be doing something right, and that is putting our egoisms aside.
Right.
And I don't mean this in a mean, spiritual manner, but African Americans are supposed to show Latinos in this country to create businesses and to be the highest percentage rate here in the city. But obviously, it's the other way around. So, Dave, I ask you, amigo, why is it some African Americans want to be leaders over other African Americans who want to be leaders themselves in their own communities, owning black-owned businesses, but they're being talked down on by their own kind who are black for being successful?
Well, Rafael, it's all about attitude. It's all about our attitudes, our egoism, or picking and choosing of our own black folks, especially going to the haves and blatantly dissing the have-nots of our own people.
Right.
Including jealousy and hate within ourselves in our own communities, which results in self-hate going the opposite by helping out others but our own, and our self-destruction within ourselves and want to bring down anybody who looks like you or I as African Americans.
Right.
Now, the Latino population here in Boston and elsewhere put their differences and egoisms aside to create businesses for the people, and the money that they make stays within their own communities and sent over to Latin countries such as Colombia, Mexico, Costa Rica, or Spain, or even Latin islands of Puerto Rico, Cuba, the Dominican Republic. But we as black folks in our own communities of Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan can't even make that same effort, nor even have the time to do that same similar approach that the Latinos has done for people since they have been here in this country.
Exactamente,
But
amigo.
back to African Americans, we are the largest consumers here in the city of Boston and across the country than from any other race, because we blacks hardly own anything except going into these stores or department stores or supermarkets, whatever, that are owned by whites, Latinos, and Asians.
Right. But bro, we black folks do got something to own for ourselves in this country now. I mean, we're not completely shut out as corporate business owners. Hell no.
Oh, brother, don't get me wrong, and you're right. We as African Americans do own major corporations and nationwide businesses, but we are not as big or gigantic as where we need to be by catching up with white, Latino, and Asian local and nationwide corporations.
And that is so true about what you just said. When it comes to the largest consumers of the United States, African Americans, numero uno, beating out the Latino consumers, my peoples. And you're right, African Americans are the largest consumers also here in Boston and in this country, beating out my peoples.
Right.
And the reason for that is the majority of African Americans shop in Latino, white, and Asian-owned businesses locally and nationwide. And I'm not trying to be funny about this, but these are facts of what I'm about to say. Latino Puerto Ricans, Dominicanos, Mexicanos, whomever is Latino in this country, owning businesses in our inner cities across the board, are making money off of African Americans as the largest consumers, surpassing my peoples of Latinos, who Latinos themselves own these same businesses where blacks and others are everyday consumers shopping in our communities.
You're right,
If they don't have it in the black community, they will come over to the Latino community because we have everything for everybody who wants to buy from us as we make money off of them.
You're right.
Exactly.
You're right.
I mean, is there something wrong with this picture?
All the way, Sandro.
Ain't no doubt in my
Most
mind.
definitely. I mean, something is definitely wrong with that picture, Rafael. Not that I'm saying that we shouldn't be shopping at these Latino businesses, these supermarkets, these corporations, these bakeries, ordering cakes from bakeries owned by Latinos, but we as African Americans need more of our own stores and owned by African Americans in our communities of Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan for us blacks to shop at every day.
You're absolutely right.
That's
sir.
right.
We'll talk some more about this, and y'all brothers keep up the good work on y'all radio show, representing the 617 all day. And Rafael, even though my Boston Red Sox are not in the World Series, we still got to represent the AL East,
Hell yeah.
the Latino brothers on that team. Hey, if the New York Yankees do it tonight, hey, I ain't mad at them. More praises to New York, but still, the Sox will get them back next year, and we'll be back on top once again as World Series champions. Got to represent Boston, baby.
All right, my friend. We'll see.
All right, my brothers, may peace be on to you.
All right, take care, Dave. I appreciate
Hey,
the phone
no,
call.
right, exactly.